Hi guys. Hello. I am live on Facebook and Instagram. I'm trying to do both. I'm getting wild trying to do both of these, guys. We'll see how it goes. Forgive me if I have any technical difficulties or am looking in strange areas. Hi, it's Nicole. It's Monday, and I'm super excited because I want to start doing what I'm going to call Market Mondays. Market Mondays are an opportunity for you to ask questions and for me to answer questions about the market and what's happening and what's going on. There are so many falsehoods out there. So many falsehoods. I can't even get over some of the information that I'm hearing about from clients out in the marketplace. So I want to be able to reach you directly. I want you to be able to reach back out to me and answer any questions or any concerns or anything that's going on. Hi, Paula. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Stame. Hey, Kevin. Thanks for joining on. So it's Nick. I am going to start doing Market Mondays. Like I was saying, there are so many falsehoods and misinformations out there about the market, and I just want to have a platform and be able to reach you guys directly to talk about these things, to empower you with the information that you want so you can make the best choices for you and for your family, and to just know what the right move is with regard to real estate. There's so much tremendous opportunity right now in real estate generally, in Los Angeles specifically, in my market. Los Angeles real estate is so interesting because we have all these micro markets inside our city. LA is second biggest city in the country, right? So we have all these micro markets, and so we're seeing different things in different areas of the city. And so I should have turned my texts off because that's distracting. But anyway, so the thing is that when there might be something that's super hot on the west side and it might not necessarily be applicable to the east side. So we're seeing all these different things around the city. So what's the most common question I get about real estate? 100%, how's the market? What's going on with the market? And as much as I would like that to be a simple answer, it's just not. The market is different if you're a buyer. The market is different if you're a seller. The market is different if you're an investor. So the good news about that is it just needs to be curated to you. And I love that part of it. I love working one-on-one. And for me, real estate investment and real estate answers in general just is not one size fits all. So I want to have the opportunity to help you with your individual needs and what suits you and what suits your family, because it is so individualistic. And basically what I want to encourage you guys is to sit down with me and let's have a real conversation. What are your goals, your specific goals? What are your goals for 3 years? What are your goals for 5 years? What are your goals for retirement? There is so much opportunity with regard to growing your wealth with real estate, especially if you live in Los Angeles. I put I put some facts out last week on Instagram with regard to appreciation. So many clients of mine whom I sold homes to from kind of like after the market adjusted, after we had the financial crisis in 2009. So people that were investing in real estate in 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, that's how the market really recovered and started going up. And these people have had tremendous appreciation. I mean, tremendous appreciation. Let's have an honest conversation about investment and where you can make money and how much money you're making at your job. Some clients of mine have made in 10 years hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in appreciation just by paying their mortgages, paying their taxes, which the side note of the taxes is you're getting a great deduction on your income taxes as well. So you're saving money there, and then you're literally just living in this house and making money. So why would we not want to position you to be able to do that if you're not already doing that? Or to diversify that if you are already doing it? Is there a way to be doing it more effectively? Anyhow, these are all very individualized questions And whenever I start working with a new client, or I have a client whose goals have shifted, they're thinking of buying something additional, they're thinking of potentially selling and moving on to another property, I always really, really encourage the opportunity to sit down and just get really honest about what are you hoping will happen? What are your expectations? I want to know what they are because I want to make them happen. My goal and total happiness in my work and why I love my career is that if we get really clear on these components, I most of the time can make them come true for you, because I believe so greatly in planning, 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 planning. A failure to plan is a plan to fail. I believe that so strongly, and I think that is so true for real estate, and it can't just happen overnight. And so one thing I wanted to bring up that came up for me with multiple clients this week that I thought was a funny little trend, again, that kind of goes along the lines of planning, is that I had 3 separate clients whom I have either sold in the past or have kind of been on the verge of buying, have talked about it, but maybe haven't totally committed, but know that's something they want to do. But some people just have a hard time going through the process in the order in which I would prefer people go through the process, which is number 1, come and sit down with me. Let's talk about goals, like I was just talking about. So anyhow, these 3 clients this week basically found a house that they loved, called me, wanted to see it. We went and saw it, and they loved it. And that it basically stops there, because they were not in a position to be able to write an offer on the house because we hadn't done the steps that come before that. The steps that come before that include getting pre-approved, unless you're all cash. It's great if you're all cash, but most of us are not. And we have to get pre-approved. We have to talk with a mortgage broker. If you have your own person, fantastic, that's great. And if you don't, I have people that I can recommend for you to work with who will take care of you. And all that does is clarify your taxes, your income, the really important components that are going to get you in a home and are not only going to help you achieve those goals, but are going to have you where you're comfortable monthly. Like, that's the most important thing for me. I need you to be comfortable monthly. I don't want you to be house poor. I don't want purchasing a house to liquidate so many of your assets that you're stressed out monthly, or it's causing problems in your home or in your family or anything like that. So that's a really important component that we need to do excuse me, the footwork on the front end. So that's step 1. So sadly, even though these people wanted to buy, they found something they really loved, we started the conversation, we basically jumped in it a couple steps behind, which I hate doing because I always want to empower you and put you in a position to win. And unfortunately, that component kind of just had us a little behind to start with. So I wanted to remind you guys that it's actually good to just sit down, get our ducks in a row. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to waste your time. Oh, I'm not going to be ready for 6 months. Oh, I'm not going to be ready for a year. Oh, I'm not totally sure what I want. And so that's the other component today that I just wanted to share. You don't have to have it all